Hey y'all, this is Courtney with Just Nurse Court, and I thought I would do a little video this evening. Sorry if there's a glare from the sun coming in. It's mostly shining on me, I think. I tried to move to where my face wasn't in the sun, but I am doing a little video here because I'm trying to start some seeds to, yes, prep for a fall garden. And here it is, mid-June. Today is actually the 15th of June, right on the nose. And I am starting some broccoli seeds, cauliflower seeds, and also I'm hoping to maybe get some kohlrabi going. So I wanted to kind of just show you my process, show you my setup, and kind of go from there. So let's see here. So I use these. It's actually like a photo organizer, and I bought these, I think, from Amazon, but you can get them from Michael's, different places. And then I write on there what my seed like variety is, like the type of seed, and then I put like my lettuce seeds are all in here. And that is kind of how I organize it. And I have broken it out into, well, actually I have a total of 4 containers, but I'm only using 3 of them right now. And what I have is my cool season crops, my summer crops, and then I have one just for tomatoes because I have so many varieties of tomatoes that I had to have tomatoes had to have its own category. And I am going to look in here for some broccoli. So I definitely want to get broccoli and I want to get cauliflower for sure. I want to try the kohlrabi, but I wanted to look on the kohlrabi and check out the back of the seed packet and see if it tells me. This one does not. Let me see what if these say. They sprout in 6 to 9 days. Okay, perfect. And then if you were doing, let's see, if you were direct sowing in soil, do it 2 to 3 weeks. Every 2 to 3 weeks, from 2 weeks before the last spring frost to 2 to 4 weeks before the first autumn frost. The harvest, you harvest it when the bulbs reach 3 inches across. Okay, so I have some kohlrabi, this purple kohlrabi and this white kohlrabi from Baker Creek actually in my garden right now. And I just direct sowed them, and I have discovered that they are a cool season crop, and so I don't know how well they're going to do overall this summer. So I wanted to kind of start some, but I don't know how long, if it takes about 9 days to germinate. These may get too big. I know the broccolis and the cauliflowers will be perfect because it'll be about 6 weeks before I am transplanting to the garden. And this doesn't say anything about transplanting. So I may wait and hold off on doing the kohlrabis just yet. And I'm trying to see, transplant, it says, so 3 to 4 seeds per inch indoors in open flats, 2 seeds per cell, or outdoor in cold frames or hotbeds 4 to 6 weeks before transplanting to the garden. Okay, so I guess then that would be okay. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and try some kohlrabi. So I'm not sure if I want to try to do the Baker Creek seeds, or I actually just purchased just very recently some seeds from Johnny's, and so I'm going to be doing some Johnny's seeds for my cauliflower and broccoli, and so I may try this hybrid kohlrabi as well. So okay, so I think I'll go ahead and start those. I'm glad that I read Johnny's seeds. And cabbage. I'd like to try to get some cabbage because I'd like to make some sauerkraut. And I got cabbage seeds that are all over this container. So I'm unsure which packet that they came from. So I don't want to use them because I don't know what seeds they came from. They could be this Chinese Hilton cabbage, or they could be this Copenhagen. I think what I'd like to try is Let's see. Compact heads. I think I may try the Early Jersey Wakefield. I think that's what we'll do. I think I'll just stick with the Early Jersey Wakefield and do them. Okay. So I'm going to do some cabbage, and I'm trying to decide if I want to try some Brussels sprouts yet again. I really have not had luck with Brussels sprouts in the time I tried a little bit last fall to grow a little bit of a fall garden, and it didn't do well for me. And then I actually got a few Brussels sprouts to form, but I didn't get them started early enough, and so I am unsure. But I may try again. I may give it another shot and try a few more Brussels sprouts. Okay, so I think I've made the decisions. These are the seeds I'm going to go with. You can also do like Swiss chard, spinach, kale, carrots. I have all of those things, bok choy, but I'm not really a big, I mean, I like salad greens, don't get me wrong. I'm scooting over again just to try to get out of the sun. But I haven't had a lot of good luck with getting. I had like some salad greens to grow, but I haven't had a lot of luck with like kale and stuff like that to grow. And I think it's because I was trying to grow them in the green stock last year. But anyway, okay, so I thought that was like a spider or something, but I don't think it is. I hate spiders, so I just saw this little thing go in there, but I don't think it was a spider. Okay. So I have these big 10 by 20 trays from Bootstrap Farmer. And then in here, this is all from Bootstrap Farmer. These are I think it's their 2-inch pots, I think. They're either probably about 2-inch, because I don't think they're quite 3. I used these my very first time starting seeds last summer, and they did pretty well in them. And then last spring, I decided to I had some 6 cells that I used. And what I found with those is I had like 2 or 3 seeds growing that's actually sprouted in the tiny little 6 cell, and they weren't ready for me to like tear them apart and try to transplant them and pot them. And it was just too much for a tiny little 6 cell. So if I do the 6 cells again, I think I'm just going to put 1 seed per pocket. And typically I try to plant 2 seeds because sometimes only 1 will germinate. And yes, I could have, thinned the seeds, trimmed them off, whatever, but I didn't anyway. So the 6 cells were okay, but I think I won't sow 2 seeds per pocket next time. I'll just stick with 1 probably. All right, so let me see. I don't even know if I'm gonna be in frame, honestly, when I stand up, but I need to get the soil into these containers. So I think what I'm gonna do is, because it might be messy, I think I'm gonna take this outside. I have a little table right out here, so I think I'm actually gonna take my soil outside and go ahead and fill this tray with the soil, and that way hopefully the mess won't be in my sunroom area. So anyway, we're going to transition outside, and then we're going to fill these containers with my seed starting soil, and then we will come back in and then get the seeds started. So, all right. Okay, so I have moved outside, so hopefully we can get this done before it gets too dark. But I am going to put some of my soil into this little bucket. I need to get a plastic tub with a lid. I don't have one. I have one out in my shed, but it's not easily accessible right now. So we're just going to use this old bucket. But I'm actually putting the soil in here to do 2 things. I don't know how much I'm going to need. I feel like it's going to be more than that to fill up a whole tray. So I'm just going to dump it all in there. But what I'm going to try to do is, this mix is really, really dry. And when I used it this spring, it seemed like it took forever to take on water. So what I'm going to try to do is just so dry I'm going to try to add some water to it and get it a little bit moistened before I go and fill these things. And then I also thought that I would add just a sprinkle of some, just a tiny little bit of nutrition in here, because I don't know, I really my tomatoes really struggled in the spring when I started them, and I thought that this was like, I didn't have to add any nutrition to this, but I don't know, they really struggled and were purple and like didn't grow very good. So I'm just going to go ahead and add just a little bit of some fertilizer to this soil, just to make sure that it's doing okay. And then if I can add in the rest of this would be a good plan. And I may have to I have another whole bag, so I may have to end up going and getting that bag and adding it too. I am not sure. So we are gonna go ahead and just water this down and see if that will help this whenever I go to actually plant these seedlings. Hopefully the soil will be a little bit better, because it was so dry. Like, it took forever for this to like take up the water. It was such a dry mix, and it's probably because it's been hanging out since last year. So, and it's just, as you can tell, it's just super crumbly. So that is not wet enough. So I may have to add a lot of water to this. I don't know. But I just got my little pot because I wasn't sure, but I may have to end up probably going to add this whole little pot. And then I may have to get more. This soil was just so dry. So I'm probably going to have to speed you guys up through this process, just because this may take me a bit to get all of this soil in a decent enough shape to where it's not just crumbly. It's getting better. At least it's better than it was. But I think I need to add a little bit more. So I'm going to go, and I think I can just fill this up one more time, and then I should be good. Okay, it's definitely wetter than it was, so I think we're gonna go with it. It at least, like, it kind of sticks together now whenever you when you clump it, when you squeeze it, I mean. And I don't want to get it oversaturated, but it's definitely not as dry as it was this spring whenever I used this mix. So, okay, so now I'm just going to take it and fill my little pots, and then we will be ready then to hopefully get some seeds started. So this is the messy part. And I just realized you guys probably can't see because I'm over too close. So I will come scoot this tray over a little bit. This is like why I like to do this outside, because it definitely can be messy. So when I was seed starting these in winter, I was doing them in my garage, which wasn't too bad because I have a little counter out there. But now that it is nice weather, I can definitely start these and get them ready outside. I'm just hoping that this mix will get me through and I won't have to go in and open the new bag. And I was trying to decide how many, so I have 5 different seed types that I want to start. And I know I want broccoli and cauliflower the most out of anything. Okay, guys, so I think I got my soil in here pretty good. There may be a little pocket or two that could actually hold just a smidgy more. Tried to kind of make sure that they didn't go down too much. I have a little bit left over, so I'm glad I didn't have to open up that other bag. That definitely makes me happy. Try to get a little bit of that excess dirt off. Okay, perfect. So what I am going to do is now take this mess back inside. Actually, I don't think it'll be too messy. So we're going to go back inside with this tray, and then it's going to be ready for planting. Okay, so hey, the sun is finally set behind the trees. I did have to turn some extra lighting on in here. But we are going to get ready to get some seeds going. So I've got to think here, and I'm really hoping to be able to get this done quickly because it's 8:30 in the evening and I am losing light by the second. So what I'm going to do is just kind of go through, I have this little dibbler tool, and I'm just going and kind of making a little hole in the middle of each one, kind of roughly, so I kind of know where. I don't go super deep. Most of the time the seed packets will tell you like how deep you need to plant it. So I'm not making a super big hole. And you could do this with a pencil. That would work just fine too. Or a pen or whatever you have. I just happened to buy one of these tools off of Amazon when I started gardening last year, and it's great. I'll have to get that one cleaned up. Okay, so now I know that I've got 5 plants. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cells. And I think what I'm going to focus on obviously is broccoli and cauliflower. So this is my cauliflower. This is my kohlrabi. This is my broccoli. And then let's see. I think what I will do is just do 4 of my cabbage plants. We'll see. I think 4 will be. It'll be enough for me. I'm just me. So, and I'm just hoping like maybe 1 or 2 of those make, and I might give one to my brother to make sauerkraut, and then maybe I'll make sauerkraut with one. The kohlrabis, I would like to grow them. So I think what I will do is I'm giving this some great in thought. So I'm going to do 2 rows of broccoli, 2 rows of cauliflower, actually 2 rows of kohlrabi, because I want to do the white and the red. And then I'm going to do a row of cabbage and a row of Brussels, and I'll do 2 white and 2 red Brussels. I think that's what I'll do. Okay. All right. I have it figured out. That's my plan. So what I need to do is I got these little plant markers off of Amazon. And so what I do is I write down what it is. So I'm going to do the Belstar broccoli. So let's see. So broccoli. And right now, I don't need 4. I don't need individual ones. So I'm just writing one for each row. And I may need more if I have to up pot them or something like that. But right now, I just need one of that. So that's for my broccoli. And then we have the Fujiyama cauliflower. And both of these varieties I was reading on Johnny Seeds, and they are supposed to be more heat tolerant. And so I thought, well, that would be great for Kansas because we got the heat here. So I thought this might work good for, especially in the early fall, because it can still be quite warm in September. We can have 90-degree weather. I have seen it before in September. So, okay. And then the kohlrabis, I wanted to do a red and a white style. So I think I'm going to do the, I'm going to try these Tariq. So kohlrabi. This is my first time trying seeds from Johnny's Seed Company. And so I'm curious to see how they will go. So that's the Tariq. And then we're going to go the Early Purple Vienna. Okay. Perfect. And then I will have to make 2 spots for my Brussels because we're going to do one of each that I have. So I have the Long Island Improved. Okay. And then I believe it is Red Rhubarb. Yes. Perfect. And then we're going to be doing the Early Jersey Wakefield cabbage. Okay. Perfect. Oh, I threw my marker lid on the floor, of course. Okay, so now that I have all that done, then we can actually do seeds. And so what I'm gonna do is these cabbage seeds are so tiny. So I'm just gonna try to do one in each hole because I really only want one to come up and not 2. So we're going to see if I get good germination. So hopefully. And if they don't germinate, then I will pop another seed in. That's what I will do. Okay. So we got those in. Now the Brussels, the Long Island Improved. I only need 2 seeds. These are super tiny. Some of these seeds are so itty bitty. I'm only trying to grab one. Normally, like I said, I would plant 2, but I'm going to see what happens when I just plant 1 and see if these still germinate pretty good. All right, and then the kohlrabi, we're going purple kohlrabi first. And these are all just little tiny round seeds. And then we're going to try these new ones from Johnny Seeds for my Tariq. Okay. Got one there. One there. Just pick up one. I had both seeds in my hand. I'm like, I can see me dropping both of them in the hole. Okay. So now the kohlrabi is done. And we are down to the cauliflower. We have 2 rows of cauliflower. Can hear all the birds chirping, getting ready for day's end. Let me go back and grab just one. Sometimes I pick up 2 and I'm like, nope, 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 nope. Just want 1 seed because these are so tiny. Like I said, normally I would plant 2, but I'm trying to see what happens when I just do 1 because I'm hopefully that way it'll be easier to like up pot if I just have 1 instead of multiples growing up in here. So, okay, so cauliflower is done, and then we are down to our broccoli. And I have heard other than the Bell Star broccoli, I've heard that this one is a good variety for heat. So we're just going to see what happens, folks. And 2 more seeds. One and 1. Okay, perfect. So now what I'm going to do is put my glove back on. I can't plant seeds with my gloves on, I have discovered. Then I'm just going to kind of cover that up. I tried to put them in the little hole that I had. Just try to make sure they got some soil over the top of them. And I think what I'm going to do is go get my dome and put my dome on it because the dome will help these to germinate a lot faster. And as soon as they germinate, then I'll take that dome off. Or as soon as they start to germinate, I will take the dome off. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go grab the dome, and then we're going to put them. Right now, I think I'll just leave them here on this table for now on the dome, and then that way I will come out or remind myself to come out and check on them. I may end up setting them over to the side once I have some germination and everything, and they're no longer on the dome. Then I have my grow shelf that I set up over here earlier this year, and so I will turn my grow lights on, and we'll probably put them on that third shelf. Right now, I have my garlic hanging over there that I harvested earlier this week, and so I have my garlic there curing. So I will probably just put them on that shelf at least once they germinate. So I'm going to go and get my dome, and then I also have a spray bottle that I like to keep out here to kind of mist everything, which I'll kind of mist the soil again just to make sure that it is nice and kind of watered in. I don't like to do much with the seedlings because I don't want to disturb the seeds. So I just use my little spray bottle, and that kind of gives them enough of a little soaking to generally to help germinate them. So, all right, I'm gonna go grab my dome and my water bottle, and then I will be right back. Okay, guys, so I have my water bottle, and I'm just gonna, like I said, just give them a little mist, and that way it will keep the soil moist and have enough moisture to help these little baby seedlings do their thing and germinate for me. Um, so I think if I keep this dome on them, that they will definitely, because it creates a little greenhouse effect, obviously, and they will start to germinate a little bit quicker. So, all right. And then all of these I got from Bootstrap Farmer. They just fit right over there, and then we can ventilate them. And then there we go. The seedlings are started for my fall garden. Isn't that crazy? Just like that, um, we have got some seeds started, and we'll see what actually grows for me. I may have to, if things don't sprout, I may have to go in and plant another seed. But hopefully we'll get germination, and we'll have to check in on the seedlings and see how they're doing. So, all right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you soon back in the garden. Bye.